welcome to this Monday, February the 12th edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young, joined, as always, by the King of Controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody, we're back!
Hey! We dig out the snow finally! Ha-ha!
Yeah, we had a week off. We had some snow at the end of last week. How's it looking there in Illinois?
It's not too bad. We got about a foot of snow right now.
So, can you see out your window, or are you caved in?
No, I can see out my window. I'm pretty good. I'm not like the blizzard 7 years ago. Woo-hoo!
That one was scary. That one locked in my grandma, and she was terrified. Yeah, that was crazy. I remember that one.
When I woke up that morning, I look and it's just white. I'm like, where's the road?
You know, it didn't snow in December or January, but boy, February's coming in hot or cold.
Yeah, I'm waiting for I can't wait for the summers when it gets really hot.
I can't wait for 2 months from. Oh no, we'll be home by now, but less than 2 months, we're going to be in New Orleans, where hopefully it's 70-some degrees.
Yeah, and apparently we have the roof leaking.
Yeah, a game last week got canceled in Smoothie King Center, where the Raw, Smackdown, the Hall of Fame, NXT are all going to be. The roof was leaking. They had to cancel the Pelicans game.
Oh, they should have moved over to the Superdome.
Yeah, I don't think they have the right necessities to have a basketball game. But anyway.
Well, they've had college Final Fours there, so why not?
Very true. Okay, folks, it's time for the opening segment we always do when we come back from our vacation. It's time for What We Missed. Sponsored by Tony's Gas. We'd make a lot of money off your gas, Tony.
There you go, and make up your Burger King chance too.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Wrong chant.
That's McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start this thing off. Let's start off with what happened last week, 2 weeks ago on Impact. Austin Aries returns. He becomes the new Impact Global Champion, defeats my guy, Eli Drake. He gets his rematch this week. We'll talk about that on Wednesday. But Tony, Austin Aries, we saw him in the pre-show, kickoff show at WrestleMania, lose the Cruiserweight title. We haven't seen him since. I think he had a match or two after that. But Tony, he's back as a global champion of Impact Wrestling.
Well, yeah, that's a big gain for Impact, because they've been really sucking the last couple weeks. You know, losing wrestlers like Bobby Lashley, EC3, James Storm. They're losing a lot of them.
We didn't even talk about EC3 being in the crowd at Takeover Philly, but he should be. Will he be at Takeover New Orleans?
Oh, he'll be in the crowd somewhere. I know it.
But do you think he'll have a match?
No. I think towards Chicago or Brooklyn, they'll probably have a match.
Okay, now let's run through this. Okay, and the next thing, there is going to be the first ever. We're having a lot of firsts with these women in WWE. The first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. It will be for the Raw Women's title. Your participants, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, Sonya Deville, Sasha Banks, and of course the champion, Alexa Bliss. Tony, this is going to be interesting because, I mean, a Royal Rumble's typical. They had the first Money in the Bank. That's a little more risky. Elimination Chamber's a whole new level of risk when it comes to the women in WWE.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things that happened with the Royal Rumble this past January, and then you had Money in the Bank, like I said, you're going to have that. Now Alexa Bliss is allegedly defending her title inside the Elimination Chamber, but she's not happy because she thinks that this is sexist, according to her.
Very valid point, though. She made very good points there. Why is Brock not defending his, but she's got to defend hers?
Well, Brock is a part-timer. She needs to realize that he's a part-timer. He didn't sign a full-time contract. He's not there 365 days a year. He's only there for, maybe, like Royal Rumble, Survivor, WrestleMania, Survivor Season, maybe the big ones. He's not literally there. So, come New Orleans, there would probably be a new WWE Universal Champion, and there'll probably be a new Women's Champion by the time we get to WrestleMania. Or maybe it will be having WrestleMania. According to what happened is, Nia Jax is facing Asuka, and if she beats Asuka, she ends the streak, and she goes into WrestleMania in the Triple Threat match. That's
going to be interesting. Okay, now I'm going to run through these real quick because we don't have time to talk about all of them. Roman Reigns and Miz advance to the Elimination Chamber. Elias, due to getting a win last Monday, will enter last. Triple threat for the WWE Championship at Fastlane. But Shane McMahon announced on Twitter that the winner of the Baron Corbin-Dolph Ziggler match tomorrow night, we'll talk about that in the segment 3, will make it a fatal 4-way. That makes that interesting. Kalisto and Roderick Strong advance to round 2 of the Cruiserweight title tournament that, of course, will finish off at WrestleMania. Andrade Cien Almas offers Johnny Gargano career versus title. I believe that's going to happen in a couple of weeks. Gargano has not accepted nor declined that, so we'll see what happens. And then finally, Johnny Impact is the #1 contender for the global title. Next week, or this week, it will be Eli Drake getting his rematch against Austin Aries. Tony, this is the two things I want your take on. UFC 225 come to the United Center in Chicago June 9th. Rumored CM Punk will be on that card. How big will that be for Chicago and UFC and CM Punk?
Well, that's going to be good, interesting, because that's his hometown, and that's the building where he is a Blackhawks fan, and hopefully, maybe it's a 25% chance that the Blackhawks might be in the Stanley Cup that run.
They're not even going to make the playoffs.
I'm just saying 25% chance right now. There's no shot at it, but still, it's going to be a hot summer because the Cubs will be in first place, the Sox will maybe be in first place. We'll be getting ready for football season. It's going to be a fun.
Don't push football yet, Tony. I want winter to be over first. I don't want to think about it again.
Here's the thing. If CM Punk does go, we probably go down there to the United States to go see it live.
I'm guarantee you we will be there. Even though Ringside Report won't, I gotta be there. I want to hear CM Punk's music one more time in person. And if it takes being an octagon. One more thing, Tony, quickly. Jason Jordan neck injury, career in doubt. Your thoughts on Jason Jordan's neck injury?
Tell that to Kurt Angle.
Okay, I know, because what did he do, Tony?
He had the same injury, and he wrestled.
No, he won the gold medal with a broken
freaking neck. So, what happens there? But I'll tell you more about the break after the break when we get to a break.
Okay, we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to preview Raw. It's going to be in Fresno, California, and we'll be back. Welcome back here to the Ringside Report. On this day, Tony, 2006, Christian Cage returns or wins his first NWA TNA World Title. He defeats Jeff Jarrett at Against All Odds.
The good old Fox Sports Net days.
Oh no, I believe they were finally on Spike TV then.
Oh yeah, but I still miss the Fox Sports Net days on Friday.
Oh, that's what hooked me. Oh my God, them were some fun shows.
Right at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you would get home from school. And you just get time to watch the total non-stop Impact Wrestling. Oh, my God. Before we get into Raw, I got to tell you about what happened on the Friday after our break. So my TV was acting weird the week before, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. So then all of a sudden I turn it on. Super Bowl week's big for me. I watch all the shows, the talk shows. They're in the Super Bowl city, yada, yada. So I will go to turn on my TV on Friday, and all of a sudden there's sound. But the whole picture blew out. I had to buy my smart TV only lasted a year. And I ended up buying another one from my aunt. I don't recommend Vizio televisions to anyone. They're expensive and they break like that. My first one got struck by lightning, Tony. Did I ever tell you that story? No.
I had my headset plugged into the TV, watching TV. The lightning struck a pole outside that went through my TV, through my headset. I lost my PlayStation 3, I lost my HD DVR, and I broke my TV. All in like 10 seconds. And that was my first Vizio.
That's crazy. But also, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. They're flying, man.
We forgot to talk about that. I forgot we were off for the Super Bowl. Congratulations. What a Super Bowl. And congratulations to Eli Manning and Odell Beckham Jr. Being able to win commercial of the year.
Yes, that was a good one. Also, worst news goes to Kylie Jenner. She broke news that she had a baby minutes before the kickoff of the Super Bowl.
One of them, I think it's the other Jenner. She's dating Blake Griffin.
Yep. And the stupidest award goes to Kevin Hart for drinking so much.
He dropped an F-bomb on NFL Network.
They did, and then before he got on the NFL Network, he tried to get on the podium, and the security's like, get out of here.
And then he did a Facebook Live video afterwards saying, I shouldn't have drank so much, kids don't drink, da-da-da. But, yeah, great.
Absolutely.
What a twit. But, yeah, congratulations to the Eagles. I watched the parade on Friday. It didn't look very cold in Philly. Or no, that was Thursday, excuse me. And it was they deserve it. I watched the Astros parade. The only parade I ever really watched in full was, of course, my Cubbies in last 2016. So, Smoody, ready to preview Raw?
I'm ready to preview Raw from Fresno, California. It's the site of the 1986 Royal Rumble.
Isn't Fresno? Isn't this the Save Mart Center? I believe so.
It's actually where the controversy in the 05 Royal Rumble happened. Vince McMahon.
That's where he tore his quads?
Yep.
Isn't it also? Isn't this on? I think it's on a campus in Fresno. I believe.
It is. I believe it's a
college kids.
USC.
Damn college kids. But anyway, Tony, how many do we have? Is the elimination? Are you okay, Tony? It sounds like you're fumbling around.
Oh, I'm just got my headset in.
Oh, what's is there any more? How many more spots are open for the Elimination Chamber? I believe.
Well,
there's one more spot, and there's a Fatal 4-Way. Tony, break it down.
Okay, so we got Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Matt Hardy, and I don't know who the fourth one is. But
whoever lost the other. Hang on, I'll find it. Keep talking.
Them four are going to compete in a Fatal 4-Way. The winner gets the 6th position of the final chamber. It gets to enter in the chamber with the and face the WWE and face off. So it's going to be a crazy.
Was it Apollo Crews?
It was Apollo Crews. He had a great match last week against the Miz. He almost beat the Miz.
He almost won. I mean, he don't get enough. The Titus Worldwide thing's not working out, but the kid's got talent.
Dana Brooke.
Smoody, keep it in your pants with the record keeping, for God's sakes, Tony. What else we got? The women's chambers set. We got a lot of interesting things there. But Tony, what chamber match is going to steal the show on February 25th?
Probably the women's. They stole the Rumble.
They're not gonna main event, are they?
No.
The women's Royal Rumble main event, or that would only because Ronda Rousey?
No, that was because there was a lot of controversy. They didn't know which the men's would start or the women's would start, but a lot of people were upset that the women's was the main event. Well, get over it.
Well, that's Monday Night Raw. Of course, we'll have a recap of it. Anything else, Tony, we need for Raw?
No, not really. Just get ready for 2 weeks before Elimination Chamber.
Should be interesting. We're taking time out when we come back. We're going to preview Smackdown. They're on the road to Fastlane, which is still like a month away. So we'll see. We're there. That's a month from yesterday. We'll be back. On this date, Smoody, 2000 and... Oh, shit, I forgot the year, but you saw. Bobby Roode, I believe it was 2012. Bobby Roode retains his world title at Against All Odds. I think that was heel Bobby. Was that heel Bobby Roode? Is that when he broke the beer bottle over James Storm's head?
I think that was heel Bobby Roode, where he turns his back on his family and everything. It was a good one.
He beat... you guys saw it. But anyway, Tony brought up he likes to bring up the great fun facts of my life. And the new one he brought up was, because he was talking about next week is the anniversary of the Elimination Chamber, and also Raw in a couple weeks will be, 3 weeks from now, will be at the Bradley Center, and they even say it in the commercial, it'll be the final event ever at the B.A.R. Harris Bradley Center, because the new arena opens up in October of 2018. Tony, do they have a name for that arena yet?
Wisconsin Entertainment Sports Center.
Really? They don't have a sponsor?
No, they'll probably be sponsored by B.A.R. Harris.
That's what I thought. Because the B.A.R. Harris Arena is in Rockford, I believe, right?
Yeah, they just cannot use the...
It has to be B.A.R. Harris Bradley Center again. Or B.A.R. Harris Center.
Maybe I could name it the Ryan Young Wisconsin Sports Entertainment Center.
Damn toot. Okay, anyway, let's get this story in before we preview SmackDown, because we've been doing a lot of random talking today. So any of you folks, this is what happens. Me and Tony haven't talked in a week. This is what you get. So, I went to Elimination Chamber February, I want to say 17th, was it? Right?
19th.
Are you sure?
Yeah, February 19th.
Okay. So anyway, my girlfriend picks me up. She surprised me. A limo in my parking lot for Valentine's Day, where she's like, that's it, we're going to Elimination Chamber Milwaukee. So we do that. And then it picks us up from Milwaukee, takes us to Chicago. We went to the, that was on Sunday, then takes us to our hotel in Chicago. We go to the Bulls-Hawks game on President's Day. So we go to the game. She forgets to realize we have luggage with us. We didn't have the limo after they dropped us off, so we had to check out of our hotel, had to leave the luggage at the hotel. We had to walk to the United Center, watch the game. Then she was supposed to cover the money, and so her card freezes. We have no money. We're homeless outside of Chicago. Homeless people are coming up to us asking if we need money. Homeless people coming up to us asking us if we need money. So then then she needs a pee. So we ask some guy, where's there a bathroom? He goes, Church's Chicken. I've never heard of the place. Tony, have you?
No.
I was looking for a church with chicken legs. No, it's a fast food restaurant in Chicago. We do that. She gets it. Her parents end up picking us up. We go get our luggage. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Worst, it was a great gesture by her, but that's why I plan trips, Tony. And do I plan them good or what?
You do, and
I even found us a Cubs bar in New Orleans to watch the Cubs home opener when we're there. That's how good I am.
Just make sure you're sober the day of the Cubs game. I don't need you drinking.
Tony, I can almost guarantee I will probably drink one night. I have lost. By the way, I went to the doctor last week. I lost 9 pounds in the last month, and I've all drank but once in that span. So I'm healthy. I'm trying to get back on track, Smoody.
There you go. That was previous Smackdown.
There we are. We are from Bakersfield. Anything exciting happen in Bakersfield?
Just baking stuff.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Tony. Yeah, they're baking fields. God. For Christ's sake. Anyway, so we're ready for SmackDown, Tony. Fastlane. I believe do we have a number one? Oh yeah, we already talked about it, kind of. Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler. The winner will be the 4th man in the Fatal 4-Way for Fastlane, which is still a month away. What's going to happen, Tony? Who do you think best fits the Fatal 4-Way?
I think possibly maybe Baron Corbin.
Oh, you've been on that bandwagon for months now.
But I'm looking for the upset, and I'm looking for my sleeper pick to be Dolph Ziggler.
I think it's a good pick. I like it.
Because I think him appearing at the Royal Rumble, he could possibly go to WrestleMania and finally tell them people to shut up for once.
And but then what happens to AJ Styles Nakamura?
It's just like the women's title match at WrestleMania. You'll never get to see the dream. Never.
We're gonna see it. I think we have to. I think it's signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
No, we're seeing a Fatal 4-Way. Book it. Maybe a 5. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Go ahead, Tony.
There's gonna be a 6-pack challenge for the WWE Championship inside the Superdome.
Well, how do you figure that? Maybe Fastlane. I don't see that happening at WrestleMania.
Because between the two of them, Bobby Roode and Ziggler are both being disqualified.
Okay.
Then that's going to lead up to Fastlane, where the three between the Triple Threat match, that's going to end up being a disqualification. It's end up going to be a 6-pack challenge where AJ Styles has to defend his title.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, there's a possibility, but I'm sticking with Styles Nakamura. I don't think anything's going to mess that
up. Go smoke some grass.
No, Tony, I don't do that. I'll go sniff some ass. No, I won't.
Oh, yeah. Or go see your dentist, Dr. Isaac Yanko.
No, I went to see him. I already talked about my Dr. Rochwani. Actually, I talk about him on a special we're doing the week of, we won't talk about that yet, but a special we're doing the week our final week. Tony, we have 24 shows left.
We have 24 shows left?
23 shows left. Do you believe it?
Oh, my goodness. But, before I like to say something, I want to say something seriously, okay?
Hurry up. We don't got much time. We've wasted a lot of time on this show. By the way, that's SmackDown. That's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. USA. Raw, tonight, 7 p.m. USA. Go ahead.
2 weeks ago in Fox Lake, Illinois, there was a match between Scott Ortiz and Crispy Bacon. Okay?
Yeah.
Some of the fans took it too far that Scott Ortiz was bullying Crispy Bacon. Folks, in any pro wrestling, there ain't no bullying. It's like school. There is no bullying. So if you see bulliness, get over it. It's professional wrestling. We're not bullying these people to do this. Scott Ortiz is not bullying people, so get over it. You're taking it way too far. You think that people bullying this.
I've been in a lot of locker rooms since I've started commentating about two and a half years ago. I think it's almost 3 years now. That that is you'll see a lot of tight bonds. A wrestling locker room is a brotherhood. There aren't, I mean, there's egos, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of egos. But it is a brotherhood, and they're all out there to help each other, because if one guy's not looking out for the other guy, you're going to get someone seriously hurt. You got to protect and help each other to put on a good show and make sure everyone walks out of there on their own 2 feet.
It just irritates me to see this. It irritates me to see fans seeing like this. Get over it, people. It's wrestling. It's professional wrestling.
It is. Okay, folks, so that's a Monday show. You pretty much heard me and Tony bicker the whole time, but we got it done. Preview for Wednesday, we're going to recap Raw, preview Ring of Honor, NXT, and Impact. Tony, anything else to say before we head out?
Well, have a good weekend. Don't forget the All-Star Weekend this weekend.
In Los Angeles, even though every All-Star's hurt these days, and the Cleveland Cavalier, Derrick Rose is a frickin' Utah Jazz.
He might become a Minnesota Timberwolves by All-Star Weekend.
Oh, if he does, that's like the Chicago Bulls of Minnesota. They're going to call them the Minnesota Bulls. The Timber Bulls.
Look out, Golden State. Here come the Timberwolves.
And then LeBron's going to be a Laker next year. Anyway, for the King of Controversy, I'm Ryan Jensen. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.